Chapter 1: A Strange Sound in the Dark. It was a blustery evening at Green Hollow, and the four friends, Lucy, Tom, Millie and Ben, were tucked inside the old gardener's cottage at the end of the lane. The wind howled outside like a pack of wolves, and the trees scratched at the windows. The children were spending the half-term holiday together while Lucy's uncle was away. It had been a perfectly normal day until the power went out at supper time. Tom lit a candle and said in his best spooky voice, "What if robbers are lurking in the woods, just waiting for a stormy night?" "Oh, don't be silly," said Millie. But just then, a loud clang came from outside. The four froze. "What was that?" whispered Lucy. Ben tiptoed to the window and peered through the rain. "I think I saw someone run past the shed." Chapter 2: A Clue in the Shed. They grabbed their torches and pulled on their coats. Ben carried the big flashlight while Tom brought the dog, Buster, a brave and barky spaniel. The shed door creaked as they pushed it open. Inside, everything looked in place, until Lucy spotted something shiny under the workbench. "A coin," she said, picking it up. "But it's foreign. Look at the writing." "And look here," Millie added, pointing to muddy boot prints. "Someone's been hiding here." The friends looked at each other. Could there really be robbers in Green Hollow? Ben nodded. "We need to follow these footprints before the rain washes them away." So, with Buster leading the way, they set off into the night. Chapter 3: The Secret Meeting. The prince led them past the woods, down to the old railway siding, abandoned for years. "There's a light in the old ticket office," Tom whispered. They crept closer and peeked through a crack. Inside, 3 men stood around a table with a map. One had a sack that clinked when he moved it. "I heard the museum's alarm isn't working tonight," one of the men said. "We'll go in at midnight," Millie gasped. "They're planning a robbery." Tom's eyes gleamed. "We've got to stop them." "But how?" asked Lucy. Ben grinned. "Let's give them a scare they won't forget." Chapter 4: The Clever Plan. Back at the cottage, the friends hatched their plan. They made scarecrow robbers from old coats and straw, rigged up tin cans on strings to clatter if touched, and Lucy used her uncle's old gramophone to play a spooky recording, "You Shouldn't Be Here." At exactly 11:30, they returned to the railway siding and set up their surprises near the track. When the real robbers came out of the office, the traps began. Clang went the cans. "You shouldn't be here," moaned the gramophone. Buster barked and dashed around the field, making the scarecrows wobble. "Ghosts!" one robber shrieked. "Run!" The men bolted, right into the arms of the arriving police, who Lucy had called just in time. Chapter 5: Heroes of Green Hollow. The next morning, the friends were in the local newspaper. 4 local children foil robbery with bravery and brains. Uncle George returned and was so impressed he gave each of them a small silver medal, and Buster got a whole roast chicken. "You were right, Tom," said Millie with a grin. "It really was a robber's night."